It's estimated that 1 in 2 Quebecers will face cancer in their lifetime. Now, with that in mind, it's easy to understand the important role that the Quebec Cancer Foundation plays in many, many people's lives. So to learn about their exciting fundraising events and how you can get involved, well, stick around. Hello again, my name is Ed Humphrey, and here is a new episode of About Townshippers. And in these episodes, we talk about the organizations and the individuals that provide services to the English-speaking communities spread throughout the beautiful eastern townships of Quebec. Now, in our last episode, which was our 30th to be exact, Marie-Claude Borja, who is a development and special events coordinator with the Quebec Cancer Foundation, well, she popped in to talk about the many services that they provide to individuals living with cancer and to their loved ones. And today, in part 2 of that discussion, we're going to take a look at the Foundation's community and corporate fundraising initiatives and events, as well as a really interesting program that's making a difference in the lives of young adults that are living with cancer. Let's jump in. A bit earlier, Marie-Claude, you mentioned that you take care of kind of the general but very varied public events and campaigns, but there's also the corporate side.
Yes.
So if we have English or some companies or businesses or entrepreneurs in our area here that want to, contribute, is it a different approach?
Well, it's only a different person that is in charge because I'm the coordinator of the general public campaign, but I have a colleague and our director that is in charge of the corporate campaign. And we do have an annual benefit event that's called the Concerto event. It's always in the fall, usually in October. So it's a big event with a big partnership. And every year we do partnership with local businesses in the community because they play a very, very important role in the money we can raise. And I also do partnership in the general public campaign because like with breakfast restaurant, I did in 2019 a partnership with them with the restaurant Estrie in the area, and an amount like $5 per meal were going back to the foundation. And because it was a general public, people will come through the restaurant. That was a partnership that I make with them. So I work also with businesses, but the corporate campaign is more towards, our big events, a gala and everything. So it's a different approach, but I also work with local businesses. They play a very important role. And now more than ever, it's going to be difficult with the pandemic situation, of course, and we'll be affected by that for the years to come because it's not going to be over next year, and there's a lot of charities that need help. And like I said, we're not better than any other charities. They're all important. They all need help. So it's very difficult to see the future. We have to rethink every event. We have to try to reach our donors in a different way. Like the way we do it, either virtual but we cannot do everything virtual. So we're trying to think about outside the box, like we said. So, but it's not going to be easy, to be honest. We're working very hard, and we've been affected very hard this year. But we're trying, but people's solidarity is like amazing because just an example, our annual walk. We did it a version at home, and usually we raise $30,000 each year with that annual walk.
30,000?
Yeah, $30,000 each year. And this year we raised more than $21,000. So it's a big amount also. So people were still there for us. So we're very happy. It's a walk that we do in Granby each year. Because La Haute-Yamaska, Missisquoi is municipalities that are most use our services. So this is why we decided in 2018 to do it in Granby. So that's another way we did it, a version at home with some, and people were there. So thankfully, yeah.
So that means people were either doing it in their yards or going out for walks by themselves. Is that the word? So
Yes,
there's
it
no
was
big
like a,
gatherings.
yes, we asked them to challenge themselves to either do 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes per week of walk until the event that was supposed to be on September 26th, because the annual walk is always the last Saturday of September. So it would have been September 26th this year. So until then, people had to challenge themselves to walk because that was basically, in March, it was the only thing we would be
That's all you
able
could
to
do,
do.
really.
So we said, people have to walk, is good for mental health and physically. So people embrace that version of, at home events. So we were able to raise a good amount of money for that walk. So we were
That's
very
still not
happy.
bad. I mean, 20, I mean, it's a hit, right? It's still less
Yeah,
than you would get normally, but
but
21,000,
still,
it's still,
yeah. So we're very happy, and
oh,
we'll
good.
think about hopefully next year we'll be able to do it, with people at the park. But because it's very unique, it's a walk at night. So the events start at 5 p.m. and it goes through 8 p.m. But we have a company that puts lights in the park. So it's a very nice, very family friendly. We have a food truck if you want to eat before. It's very festive. We have animation, music. So it's a very nice event that people will like, oh, I'm sad I'm going to miss it this year. We're all sad about it. But hopefully we can do it next year.
I'll be honest with you, Marie-Claude, in preparing the interview, even though we're in this, all together, I hadn't really thought about the effects of COVID on your fundraising. It
Yeah,
just kind of, now I'm realizing that it's huge. Everybody's
absolutely.
struggling with this, not just in our daily lives, but for fundraising for all these important causes.
Everything we do is basically organized events. So none of our events were able to be done unless, the walk that we did a version at home. But anything else, all of our events in spring were all canceled. We were able to do the walk and our annual Concerto benefits event, but we did a version virtually. That's only 2 events. And if you go and see all the events we usually do, it's a major hit, that's for sure.
Okay.
So,
Wow. But still lots of great stuff getting done, and you still have people that are contributing, and you have companies that are stepping
absolutely.
up, and there's some private events going on. And what I did notice on the website, I know you're going to talk about it before we sign off today, is if people want to see what organizations are supporting the foundation, what organizations in their community, what companies in their community. I think I even saw it by amount. There's like, up to 20,000, up to 50,000, up to
Yeah.
100,000. And it's very inspiring to discover what corporate entities are contributing to this great cause.
Oh, absolutely. And
Oh,
that's the thing I love about my job is I meet so many people that are so inspiring, individuals, but also company that just want to give back to the community. And, every one of us are affected by cancer, unfortunately, and also the young adults, because I don't know if you saw in our website, but we also have a program called the Programme Felix that is towards young adults, because unfortunately cancer also affect young adults. And we have this program in honor of a young man from Sherbrooke who died at the age of 20 from cancer. And we offer them specific needs because it's not the same to have a diagnostic of a cancer at 20 that when you have it at 80. There's a lot of different things that you have to think about: returning to school, returning to work, what's going to happen after, the treatment. So there were a lack of services towards that group of person. So we in honor of Felix, we did that. And we have a room also in Sherbrooke that's called the Felix room, that is a little bit more modern
okay.
with an iPad. So that's to be able to, they feel more at home.
Well, we talked a bit about how people can get involved, and so maybe you could give us maybe the different ways that we can get information and contact someone, you or someone else. So what are the contact information?
Well, of course, like I said, you can call directly through our regional center here in Sherbrooke. So you can call and ask anything you want for the services we provide and everything. Our website also is a great way to have all the services we do and the cost and everything. You can also go to our Facebook page.
Okay.
And go like, and so you will be noticed for every events, every new information, new services that we provide. Like we're gonna open, this year we opened a new accommodation center in Lévis. And next year we're gonna open one in Quebec City. So that's our two new accommodation centers. So we're very happy about it. So it was a little bit delayed this year, Lévis, with the pandemic, but it's open now. And we will request actually the room at the Minister of Health to help with COVID patients. So we were like essential service. So they asked us to help with the rooms. So
okay. And it's exciting to see that, how many of your services are available to English speakers
yes.
throughout the townships. And because we know that, cancer doesn't select people per
No.
language. I mean, it's right across the board. And as you mentioned, all ages, can be affected by cancer. So, well, Marie-Claude Borja, you're Development and Special Events Coordinator with the Quebec Cancer Foundation. And
Yes.
you've been really kind to give us a bit of your time today to kind of give a bit of summary of all the different services that you guys offer and that are available for English speakers in the townships.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure, Ed. Thanks for the invitation. If anyone needs more information, it will be my pleasure to talk to them and talk to you a bit more in detail about what we do and what you can do to make a difference. Because now more than ever, we need every support we can have.
Well, Marie-Claude, you have a great day and thanks for being with us today.
You too, Ed. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And there you go. If you'd like to learn a bit more about the Quebec Cancer Foundation, and in particular the services that they offer right here in the Eastern Townships, well, please check out their contact information, which is listed right here below in the video description. And you can, of course, visit their website, and you can find them on Facebook. Well, thanks a lot for spending a bit of your time with us today. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please click on that like and on the share buttons, and I invite you to subscribe to Townshippers Association's YouTube channel. My name's Ed Humphrey, and we're going to be back really soon with a brand new episode of About Townshippers. See you then.